Hey, my name's Andrew, and these are the top 5 ways to tell good from bad when shopping for barefoot shoes. The first thing I ever learned about barefoot shoes is that a thinner sole gives you more agility and a softer landing, which is why all my favorites are 3 to 4 millimeters thick with no cushion and zero drop, aka the same height in front and back. You wouldn't think a few millimeters could make that much of a difference, but my 4mm Vibrams feel great on roads while my 5.5mm Zeros feel clunky and painful. For muddy trails you can go a bit thicker, but anything over 6mm is going to start to feel a little bit stiff. And at that point, you're better off going with a semi-cushioned brand like Lems. The first time I saw a barefoot shoe being curled into a ball, it was kind of mind-blowing. But horizontal flexibility is also really important because your foot needs to roll inward to create a smooth landing, which is why a shoe like the Primus SG can look so flexible but feel so rigid. It only bends in one direction. Obviously, thinner shoes are going to be more flexible, but if you do go above 4mm, look for something with grooves or gaps cut into the sole rather than just a solid hunk of rubber. A flexible zero-drop sole is a great place to start, but it's kind of pointless if your foot is crammed into a narrow, pointy shoe. So I always look for brands that have a more squared-off toe box and a roomy fit. If your feet are extra wide, then Vibram and Zero are great options, and if they're more of a, shall we say, unique shape, then you can go with a DIY sandal kit or even a custom-made pair of leather boots. When I worked as a shoe salesman, I was always hearing about Cool Max this and Flash Dry that. But every time I went out wearing high-tech synthetic materials, I'd come back drenched in sweat, either freezing cold or boiling hot. What I realized is that natural fibers like wool, flax, and leather are much better at wicking and temperature regulation. So I try to find shoes that are 40 to 50% organic. When I do buy synthetic, it helps to have lots of perforation and as thin a sole as possible. I've gotten a lot of comments from people over the past 2 years asking why barefoot shoes are so expensive, and the answer is, they're not. Vivo Barefoot and Nike might both charge $150 for a shoe, but my Primus Lights have lasted for more than 4,000 miles, where every cushion shoe I've ever owned has gotten mushy in under 500 miles. So I'm basically getting 5 to 10 pairs of shoes for the price of one. But what about those cheap barefoot brands like Wooden you can find on Amazon for $50? First of all, they're just Chinese companies ripping off other brands, which I don't want to support, but more importantly, price tells the story. If you look at the negative reviews, they're brutal because the shoes are made so cheaply that they start falling apart in a matter of months, at which point that bargain price starts to feel really expensive. So those are my tips on how to tell good from bad when shopping for barefoot shoes. If you have a question on how to find the right pair, let me know down in the comments below, and thank you for watching. Catch you next time. Peace.